Hey folks, Joe out here in the workshop again, and in case you haven't guessed, today we're going to just talk a little bit about bikes. So we got a bunch of bikes out here, 4 to be exact. Going from we'll start with this one. This is my Surly Bridge Club steel-framed straight bar touring bike. I picked that up and working at the bike shop in Winnipeg, Manitoba in December of 2023. Olympia Cycle and Ski on Portage, awesome shop, awesome people, highly recommend it if you're ever in Winnipeg. And something fell over behind me. We'll ignore that. Over here is my Trek 520 Grando, another steel-framed touring bike. This one, obviously, a drop bar bike. I got that in 2021 during the pandemic. Been an awesome bike. And right here, this guy here that we have, this is my old Casati Duo. It's an Italian-built road racing bike. It's a few years old, obviously, but I've logged thousands upon thousands of miles, kilometers, whichever you prefer, on this bike. I bought it from a racing friend of mine out in Kamloops, British Columbia years back when I was living out in that area. Great memories of this bike. Right after I bought the Trek in 2021, 4 years ago, pretty much, I sold this bike right afterwards. I sold it for a fairly low price. Didn't think I was going to need it again. I was going to just focus just on the touring. Well, that was then. This is now. This other bike over here is also an older road racing bike, a Pinarello. It's from late 80s or early 90s. It's my former girl, Diane, who passed away in 2023. That's a long story. I've talked about that before. Won't get into that here, but God, I miss her. Anyways, this is her old road bike, and we'll talk about it in a little bit. So we got 4 bikes out here, all steel frame bikes. 2 are very new, 2 are a little bit older. Now with this bike, like I say, I sold this thing almost 4 years ago. As I recover from the stroke I had, we're going back almost a year and a half now, February 2024. Cycling's been a big part of getting my strength and energy back up to speed. Back when I had the stroke, I swore that I was going to come out of this in the best shape that I've been in at least 10 years. Well on track to doing that right now. Going to probably even surpass that, end up in the best shape I've been in at least 15 years. That's sort of the new goal. Anyways, cycling's been a big part of that, and the main bike I've been riding lately is the Trek 520. Again, it's a steel frame touring bike. It's built to carry a heavy load over long distances, loaded up for camping, racks, panniers, front and rear. You can ride this bike around the world. Self-supported touring. Awesome for that. But what I'm getting more and more back into right now is riding fast. Trying to go fast, build up the aerobic fitness, using the heart rate monitor, uploading the Strava, checking the results, checking the speed, seeing how I do against other local riders in the area, all that fun stuff. Anyways, this isn't a super fast bike, but I'm having a lot of fun on it. 3 days ago, I was out on this bike for a good little ride, going along pretty nice. And I was just thinking back to this bike, thinking, I wish I hadn't sold that bike. I wish that bike had still been here. I could just pull it out of storage, tune her up a little bit, start riding it again, really pick up the speed. That was 3 days ago. Yesterday, hanging out in the house, I got the laptop out, the dogs are all around, and I'm just browsing through Facebook Marketplace and Kijiji, looking at bikes for sale. Thinking at some point down the road, I want to get another fast road bike. Whether it's used or something new later down the road, don't know. Anyways, I clicked on one ad on Facebook Marketplace. It was for an older Trek 1400, which I wasn't really interested in at all. It was a 1988 bike. Looks like it was in pretty good shape, but I clicked on it just for fun, just browsing. Turns out the same guy had 3 other bikes posted in the same ad. I was scrolling through that, and the second picture I get to is this guy. And I'm like, what? That's my old bike. So I guess he's ready to sell it. He's got it listed for dirt cheap price, $150. I message him. We exchange a few messages, ask him about the bike. He says it needs a new rear wheel, a little bit of TLC. There's a broken spoke on this one, at least one, and the wheel is quite out of true. I don't know if that could be brought back if I was to replace the spoke or not, but I'm not too worried about it. This bike, like I say, steel frame, Ultegra componentry. The shift levers, brake levers, the SDIs, those have been replaced with Tiagra about 3.5 years ago, shortly after he got the bike from me, the rear shifter kind of was acting up. He couldn't get it. He couldn't fix it. I wish he'd kept the old shifters because I bet I could fix them. Anyways, he put on Tiagra, which is fine, and I got to replace the wheel, do a little tune-up. It had a set of flat pedals on it. I took those off. I'm going to get rid of those, put clipless on, and I'll have this thing ready to ride later today. And going to have a lot of fun with it. Picked it up for $100. He even drove it to the house for me. I rode over on the Surly to take a look at it, bought it, and then he offered to bring it back over. He remembered me from when he bought it from me here 4 years ago, so it's really cool. Now this brings me to this bike, which I'll pop out. As I mentioned, this is Diane's old bike. I've been keeping this in the downstairs living room with me, kind of a visual memento. I'd be riding this bike already, but the frame is just way too small for me. He's a little bit shorter than I am, not that I'm tall, but it's a bit small. This is a 54 centimeters, this is a 49. What I'm going to do, this has a set of 105 wheels with Mavic Open SUP Pro rims, so pretty good wheel set. The rest of the components are all 105. The seat on this is a little worn out, so I'm going to swap out this seat for this seat, which is the original seat that came on my Surly Bridge Club. I put a different seat on that. I may switch it around later on as well, but that's a discussion for later. Got a pair of Crank Brothers pedals on this that my buddy Paul gave me in Winnipeg, and those are going to go onto the Casati as well. So seat, pedals, rear wheel. I might even just swap out both wheels. These tires are kind of toast, cracks in the sidewalls and all that. This tire looks to be really good. The tires that were on this when I sold it, they were a matching set of these guys. What is that? Excuse me while I put my glasses on. Yeah, the set of Vittorias. I bought those a few years back, and he ended up getting a slit in the sidewall on the front tire, replaced it with this Bontrager tire, which looks pretty good. But I'll probably put those on these rims, put these wheels on here, put on the pedals, swap out the seat, clean everything up, lube it up, tune her up, and have it ready to ride later today or tomorrow. And may see about if yeah, it's 23 mil tires, 700 by 23 tires on both bikes right now. I think I have frame clearance for a set of 700 by 25s, but I'm not sure. I'm going to get a second opinion on that by popping into one of the local bike shops, talk to the boys. And if that takes 700 by 25s, I may upgrade to a new set of tires on it, get a little bit more comfort out of it, and won't be giving up any speed. Anyways, I'm super happy to have this bike back. And once I swap some parts around, these wheels in particular, then when I ride this bike, my old bike, it'll be like I'm bringing a little bit of Diane with me, as I'll be riding on her old road bike wheels, which makes me feel really kind of good as well. Anyways, little talk on bikes. I got some projects to do on the other bikes soon too, set them up for some camping trips and all that. The Trek 520, we got a set of Continental Terra Speed tires to go on that. They are 700 by 40s. The original tires, Bontragers. The front one is fairly worn. The rear tire is pretty much bowled right around the center, so they got to be replaced. So that's going to happen soon. First, we're going to work on the Casati, get it back up to speed, switch over the wheels and all that, get it road ready. And it'll be my first ride on this bike in pretty much 4 years. And I'm looking forward to seeing what my average speed goes up to riding this compared to what my average speed has been lately riding this guy. Two completely different bikes, but it's going to be a lot of fun. And I just thought I'd do a little video talking about it. I'll probably do another video after this bike has some things swapped over, changed up, tuned up, and ready to ride. In fact, I'll do that video after I get it out for a ride and have a little chat about that. But you can expect a lot of bike content coming up now over the next couple of months. And I've got some other things to talk about. I'm going to save that for another video, which I may do later today as well. That talks about well, a variety of things. We're going to save that for later, but I got a lot of interesting things to talk about and share with you fine folks. But we will do that a little bit later on. Anyways, if you're still here after me babbling on and on like that, give me a thumbs up and maybe leave a comment down below and all that, and we'll chat about bikes or whatever. Anyways, if you're still here, thanks for watching. You're awesome. We'll be back with something more soon.